Hello everyone! Mabuhay from the Philippines. This is Janjan Ardecano of the Department of Education, Region 1 of the Schools Division of Ilocos Norte, particularly Passion Barangan Memorial Elementary School, and I am here to present to you my Wayground Super Trainers Training presentation. If you want to join me, please count yourself in for this presentation. Let us go!
And I'm here to present to you my Wayground presentation for the Super Trainers training of the Wayground. This is the Wayground way. Let's try to resonate the Wayground. Let's look at some fun facts about Wayground. In 2015, Wayground was founded, but it was formerly Quizzes. It is the world's most versatile supplemental learning platform. It's an AI-supported hub that brings together flexible resources for instruction, practice, and assessment in a fun, easy-to-use platform that boosts achievement and confidence. Teachers trust the platform in 90% of the US schools and more than 150 countries all over the globe, including the Philippines. As a teacher, you can create gamified resources, conduct formative assessments, start live sessions or assign them as homework, differentiate instruction, tap into detailed performance reports, and so much more. Wayground has a number of features that enable you to save time while you support learners on their path to mastery. Here are 9 facts or 9 features of the Wayground. Number 1. Create interactive teaching resources. It lets you create assessments, quizzes, lessons, passages, flashcards, and interactive videos by choosing from 18 plus different question types and adding images, video, and audio. You can also import existing resources from your device or Google Drive. Number 2. The Wayground AI. This is your very own personalized teaching assistant, and it is here to help you tap into the latest advancements in artificial intelligence. Number 3. Accommodations and differentiated instruction. Accommodations are here to help students learn in ways that work best for them. You can assign the same task to your entire class while providing personalized experiences to support individual students. Number 4. The Wayground Library. Here, you can access millions of publicly available resources created by teachers just like you. Assign them as a live session or homework directly from the library, copy and edit them to customize them per your needs, or teleport specific questions into your own activities. 5th, multiple ways to conduct sessions. On Wayground, you can start live or homework sessions for students to complete on their own schedules. Choose between several engaging game modes, including live, classic student-based, instructor-based, the paper mode, mastery peak, test mode, and so much more. Number 6. Reports. Get detailed class level and student level insights for every session you conduct. You can edit, download, print, and even share these reports with parents or guardians to monitor progress. 7th, bring your own device or the BYOD. Students always see the content on their own devices, be it PCs, laptops, or smartphones. But in the absence of devices, you can use the paper mode for your learners. Number 8. Sharing and collaboration. You can share your activity with other teachers so you can co-create resources. You can also create teams on Wayground so you and your fellow instructors can access a common repository of activities. And lastly, number 9, sync with LMSs. By integrating Wayground with your desired learning management system, you can easily assign activities, sync grades, and track performance all within the learning management system interface. Let's delve deeper into the Wayground. Okay, let's try to go to wayground.com. At the left portion of my interface, you can see the different icons for the Wayground. You can see Create, Explore, Library, Reports, Classes, Accommodations, and the Wayground AI. So today, I'll be going to share to you how to create a certain assessment, lesson, interactive video, passage, or flashcard. But this time, I want to create a certain assessment for my grade 6 science class. Let's click on it. And you can see 3 choices here: import worksheets or questions, generate with AI, create from scratch. So since I cannot do it by 3 of them, I will just choose one of which, since I've created a certain document now for a certain worksheet or quiz or assessment for my learners, then I just want to import a certain worksheet or questions coming from my device. So let's try to click this. So you can upload from device or import from Drive. Since the questions that I will be including in my assessment is from my device, then I would want to click or upload from my device. So let's go to downloads, and then here is it, homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures test. Let's click on it, open, and then the Wayground is now generating the quiz. So you can see here social studies or subject or grade that you will be utilizing this assessment. But since it's science, let's choose science, and then this is for the 6th grade. So let's click on it, let's change English, and then let's try to generate quiz. And you can see this prompt, generating questions might take up to a minute. So let's try to wait. This is just quick. So the Wayground AI is now converting questions. And it tries to enhance the different questions. So this is a 20-item assessment. So it is based from Hatch Solo framework. Okay, let's wait for a moment. Okay, here we go. So this is the 20 questions that the Wayground has already enhanced. So I have 20 questions. These are all multiple choice questions. Okay, let's try to preview them. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 questions. And at the lower portion, if you still want to add some questions, you can just click add question or add similar questions using the AI Wayground. Okay, then you can go to the settings if you want to change some settings. So science for 6th grade, English, and then the visibility is for public. You can also put or add a cover page or image for your assessment. But this time, we'll not include anymore a cover image for our heterogeneous mixture. Let's try to save it. And then you can preview. Okay, here's how you're going to preview it. From the first slide going to the last slide of the assessment activity. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 19, and 20th question. Okay, let's close it. And then, after all, you can now publish, or you are now ready to publish your assessment. Let's try to publish it. Okay, here's a prompt. Great work. Your quiz is saved already. Okay, so you can see here a closer view of your assessment now with 20 questions. You can edit still, you can save now the changes, and then you can share it by copying the link or sharing with teachers or sharing it with teams. Or you can convert it also to a hard copy of the questions by printing the worksheet. Maybe try to click on this worksheet. So it generates the worksheet that you can give to your learners if you want it to be hard copy. But if not, it is still your choice if you want to print a copy of this learning assessment. But this time, I want to assign it, or I want to start to play this presentation. So maybe try also to see the icon assign. So in here, if you have asynchronous learning for your students, you can just easily assign these questions using their gadgets at home if they are not in a physical or face-to-face learning modality. So this is as good as when classes are cancelled or suspended due to inclement weathers, due to calamities, or any other emergencies that these learners may not afford to go to school anymore. So you can assign it, so you can import it to the class if you have Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, and the other learning management system. You have this start and end time, so you can change it. No deadline, so there's no, or this is unlimited. There's no deadline for the answering or the accomplishment of the assigned work. You can also set 1 day for the deadline and then 1 week for the deadline. You can also add accommodations. You can see here dyslexia fund, translation, extra time, and more support for specific students. So this supports individualized instruction or differentiated instruction. And then you can customize it for accuracy, for practice only, and for testing. Okay, so student attempts is unlimited. You can set the mastery goal. Okay, starting from 60 up to 100%. But this time, I would wish to set the 60% accuracy only. And then you can reattempts or put some reattempts to the questions, limited to 2 reattempts only. And then you can on the answers during session, shuffle questions, shuffle answer options, and then you can also customize. Let's try to see the customize icon. Okay, 60% accuracy, unlimited if you want unlimited, or 1 if you want to have 1 attempt only for the questions. And then gamification if you want to gamify it. And then play music. I want to see the true name of my students. And then you can show memes after each question if you want. Maybe try to use it. Or just click on the random memes for the presentation or the questions right after it to be interactive. Okay, let's click done. And then we are now ready to assign our activity or our assessment. So if you try to click on the assign icon, you can now see the interface before you send it to your official group chats for your students. So you can see here still edit questions, edit settings, and there's an end here if you are done looking or finalizing the settings of this assigned activity. So it's now running. So this is started from July 31, 2025 up to the day that you've set the deadline already. So the deadline is August 1, 2025 at 12:59 p.m. So in order for our learners to join, they will just first use any device to open. Go to joinmyquiz.com And then step number 2, enter or join code 47405020 or the QR code. Or since you are already assigning it, since your classes are cancelled or suspended, you can now copy it and you can put it in your official group chat for the learners to see and work for it. You can also share it to different LMS or learning management systems. We have the Google Classroom, the Canvas, the Schoology, the Microsoft Teams, and the other learning management systems. And you can see at the lower portion of this screen about the assigned quiz a minute ago, and then you can see later on while the learners are doing it the accuracy, the completion rate, the total students, questions, and you can also view the quiz or manage accommodations. You can also share report. You can see the participants who joined the presentation or the activity. So here's how you're going to use it as an assignment. Let's try to end it. Yes. Okay, let's go back to our presentation. Okay, so let's go back to our presentation. So we're done with preview, assign, and now let's try to look into the start now. So in the start now, you are now ready to present it in a face-to-face interface or face-to-face modality. Okay, so if you want your session to be test mode, then it is test mode. If your learners don't have any gadget to use, you can use the paper mode. But before you will use the paper mode, you need to print the codes or the cue cards for the paper mode. And then you can use classic mode if you want to make it individualized. And then if you want mastery or accuracy, you can use the mastery peak. And then if you want your learners to be team mode, since we have limited gadgets, then you can use the team mode. And you can also use the teacher pace for your own pace as the teacher facilitating the learning. And you can also have this name factory, but I want it to be the real name. And then shuffle answer options, and then the question timer, we will set it to the default timer. Let's try to start the quiz. Okay, so here's my screen already if I started the activity already. So you can see here the topic of the test, homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures test, and then you require your learners to go to joinmyquiz.com, or you can copy and send it to the group chat, or you can click on this QR code for them to capture or screenshot the QR code, or if they want to enter the code, then they can easily enter the code by entering the 6-digit code of the learning. Okay, so as they enter the code or join the quiz, you can see the different participants here. So you wait for the others to join, and then after all the participants have joined already, you can now start the presentation. Let's try for just a quick start for this. But since we cannot start without participants, we can just see how it is being used. Let's try to have one participant for our presentation this time. May I try to connect? 064942. Let's try to join. I will key in my name, Janjan. Okay, so here am I, one of the participants for this quiz. Let's start now. Okay, you can set it to 30 seconds, or you can add 15 seconds if you wish. You can pause for a while, and then you can stop the timer. And then you can see here some other icons. We have the annotate to foster classroom discussions with live annotations. Students can access annotations on their screens. You can also see whiteboard to collaborate with students by adding text, equations, and images, or monitor real-time activity. And then you can also have here switch to student-based mode and then spin the wheel if you want learners to recite or to answer the questions, and then eyes up front if you want to capture the students' attention. And in here, you can also see the response summary after the learners were able to answer the following questions. So you can see here accuracy, the correct answer, incorrect answer, and the unattempted. So I have 20 questions prepared for my learners. So let's try to end the assessment. So that's how are you going to use Wayground. And in here also, you can see the leaderboard who topped the assessment. So we can identify 3 spots for the learners. And after it shows the session summary where the class performance is. You can view reports, you can restart, or you can send it to the parents or learners, or the parents or the guardians of the learners. So that's it for our Wayground Wonder.
Hello there! Did you like my presentation? I hope I have inspired you to use Wayground in your classroom. Once again, this is Janjan Ardecano of the Philippines of the Department of Education. Thank you very much for listening and tuning in to this presentation for our Super Trainers training of the Wayground. Let's all be champions of the Wayground in our classroom and bring fun and wonderful experience to our learners. Thank you very much, and goodbye everyone.